thank you, Brent and the committee for including me in this illustrious group, but even more so for embedding me with this class. This is the ultimate group of grinders. I mean, they personify everything that we value most in our sport and in sports in general. I mean, this is a group who is unafraid of challenges. They will sacrifice anything for their teams, and they are courageous, the whole group. And I always feel like, you know, you are who you surround yourself with. I have incredible coaches that I work with at Stanford, and they're all here. Susan, Brandon, Kyle, you know, amazing. And Beth Good, is my boss at Stanford, is also here. So I kind of chose that group. I didn't choose this group, but God, if ever I could have, these would be people I'd want to go in with. And then, as the alphabet would have it play out, I'm right after Jess. So Brenda talked about coffee. So yeah, Phil's Coffee on Forest in Palo Alto. I'm there a fair amount. And Jess will just blow through. So if you don't, well, you got it from the video, and I think a lot of you know Jess, but she creates her own weather. And she comes flying into Phil's, and she's got to catch Caltrain up San Francisco. So she comes in and she says, JT, so we got to talk about Monday meetings. I mean, Mondays are the new Friday, new challenges, new week. We got, you know, this is going to be unbelievable. And what you got to think about is if you're building culture, you got to think about language. You got to have values that have value. And she's going on and on. I'm like, wait, hang on a second, give me my laptop. I'm gonna write this down. And when I look up, she's gone. She is on the train. A couple hours later, I get a blog, a link to an article, which I understand is like my homework for next time we meet. So anyway, then I get done with that, and I turn around, and there's Kelsey Holzhauser, who I look to you know, get advice. People come from all over the world to like, hey, what's going on in Silicon Valley? You know, what's going on around Stanford in the Bay Area? Well, I just go to Kelsey for that. She's been a superstar in every field of industry all over the world, and she comes in and starts giving me a lecture. And then I'm done with that, and there's Brenda, pops up, and she's telling me what's going on in the community. I value so much these alums, it's just amazing. And then today to have John Lautsy, who played for me on my first college head coaching job team at UOP. I was 24, and yeah, I probably wasn't the most mature person to give that job to at that time, but John and Peter Galley and others sort of helped me through that, along with a lot of other amazing people at UOP. But also, you know, I think anyone who knows water polo knows that a guy who got hired to coach Stanford women's water polo in the summer of 1997, and then was able to start in the fall of 1997, couldn't help but end up here at some point. Like, it just, I stumbled into a job. And now think about what happened during that summer and fall. Brenda Villa was the leading scorer at the FINA World Cup in Nancy, France, and then decided she would come to Stanford in the fall. Women's water polo was proposed and then approved as an Olympic sport for the Sydney program. Summer and fall was October 29th. 1997, according to Kyle Utsumi, who wrote the book on it. That's when it was approved. Right? And the Avery Aquatic Center, the feasibility study, and then The funds from the Avery family came in summer and fall. So literally, when I took the job, none of that stuff was in place. By the time I walked onto the pool deck, basically, you had the best player in the world about to come to be at the best pool in the world, and with water polo now about to be on the biggest stage in the world. You really couldn't go wrong. So today is, that was pretty much laid out for me, and I've had to really screw it up not to be here. So everyone in water polo is like, yeah, he's here. But to my family, I think this was really a huge deal because so many of them have shown up for this. My sister Mary came down from Seattle, thank you. My brother Richard is here. My brother Russell is here. My sister Laura is here. My sister-in-law Nicole and my niece Grace is here. It just an amazing, just a blessing. And a number of other friends, colleagues, but above all, I want to thank my wife, Susan. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always being there for me. So anyway, to close, I just feel it's a blessing to be included in this group. It's a blessing to be surrounded, especially by this class. It's a blessing to have fallen into the job at Stanford in 1997, and it's a blessing to be surrounded by my family. Thank you.